Thank you, Melissa. It's Faith Time, our weekly conversation on matters of faith. Joining us this morning is the Reverend Amy Howard with Springhill Avenue United Methodist Church. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Great to be with you, Chad.
All right, one of the things that you are covering right now in your church is a look at 1 Timothy. And one of the things that they talk about in there that you wanted to address this morning is the idea of the church as a family. What does that mean?
Yeah, I think that as Paul started to look at the early church, he started to see that the ways that they were interacting with each other, it would be helpful to have them understand those in terms of a family. It's something that we all understand well, and maybe our idea of family is the idea of people who mean the most to us, not the typical family. But Paul really tells us that we should treat people who are older than us as we would parents, and those who are younger than us as we would siblings. And it's a model that we can see today, because for better or worse, and as we're part of the church, we are a family, as we are all children of God.
How do you put that model into practice?
Oh, that's a little more difficult than you might expect, but I think it's the idea of honoring each other, even when we don't agree, even when we don't see eye to eye, even when we have very different opinions and beliefs, or we hurt each other, understanding that we're still family and we still love each other and we're still children of God, even though we may not see eye to eye. And that's part of what it means to be a family, is realizing that, you know, I'm not always going to agree with my sister or my parents or anyone else in my family, but I still love them and I'm still going to be there for them.
When you have disagreements which come down to matters of opinion, how do you maintain those familial relationships in the body of the church? How do you overcome those differences while maintaining that cohesion?
I think it's a matter of truly honoring the other person, of coming to them when we have conflict and valuing that person as a human being and treating them not as a object, but as a person of value. Recently, I was reading The Anatomy of Peace, and I love the model that they put forward of truly treating other people as every person as a person of value and not an object. And that really changes how you see other people and how you interact with them, because you truly care about who they are and their well-being. Just as much as you do your own.
You mentioned the concept of honoring people, and what does that mean, honor, in this context that we're talking about?
I think it's a matter of just truly caring for the other person, as you would honor your parents or honor your sibling, and seeing that, you know, within each and every one of us is a bit of the holy, is a bit of the divine, as we're created in the image of the divine. And so honoring the other person is a way that we honor God. It's the way that we live into our identity as children of God and recognize that there's a holy present inside of every person as well.
And this is one of the things that you're going over at your church at Springhill Avenue UMC. One thing I'd like to point out for you guys is that you'll be having a movie on the lawn night that'll be coming up on Friday, October 28th, starting at 6 at your location. Free popcorn and soda, but you haven't picked the movie yet. We
haven't picked the movie. It's still up for debate. We are doing a vote within the church, and it's going to be a family-friendly movie, appropriate for everyone of all ages. A great opportunity for everyone to come out, bring a lawn chair or a blanket, and we have a gorgeous lawn in Midtown.
All right, Reverend Amy Howard with Springhill Avenue United Methodist Church, thank you for joining us, and News 5 This Morning will continue after the break.